What is going on, everyone? Zero again, here for you, some Call of Duty Ghosts today. Playing a little bit of team deathmatch here on the map Freight. We're using the AK-12 here with no attachments because I'm trying to get the red camouflage, which you get by getting 150 kills with no attachments. But check this out right here. I'm going to come up here. I do this every time I play on Freight, and I usually get the first blood, and there it is with first blood. And that is what today's video is going to be about. It's going to be tips like that. It's going to be things I can tell you that I've learned from my experiences here within Call of Duty Ghosts that can possibly help you guys improve your kill-death ratio. Number one, opening routes. You're going to need to focus on your opening route here. A lot of good Call of Duty players will tell you that how they play the game is dictated by how their game starts. Now, admittedly, I work a lot on my opening routes. Every time I see a map load up, I look at the map, I look at the game mode, I'm like, okay, this is what I'm doing initially. Right out the gate, this is what I'm going to do. Admittedly, it works a lot, but at the same time, when somebody stops my opening route, when somebody makes it so what I'm trying to do doesn't work right away, I have trouble adjusting myself. One of the reasons I personally hate joining in games late is because I don't know what's happening in that game. I don't know where the traffic is flowing for that particular game. I don't know how the enemy team is playing in that match, and that alone throws me off. So I'm not very good when I join games late. If I'm in there from the beginning, I'm great. But that's one of the things I need to work on. But that's one of the things I want to help you guys out with as well, is know your opening route. So you guys saw me here on Freight. Whenever I spawn in on Freight on that side, I run right up into that building, I poke my head out the wall, and I aim at that cart. Hopefully they get the first punch in the fight that is this team deathmatch. And that's my tip for you guys. Figure out your opening routes. Find something that works, then stick to it, and perfect it. Did I say perfect it? Perfect it. Yeah, make sure you try and perfect that. Tip number two. Tip number two, ladies and gentlemen. Aim often. Aim all the time. Now, when COD Ghosts came out, I tried to play it like it was COD 4. And if you guys don't know, for me, Call of Duty 4, I could run around that map. I could run around anywhere on there. I could go do anything I wanted in that game, and it was going to go my way because I knew the guns, I knew the kill streaks, I knew the maps, I knew the spawn system. I could tell you without a shadow of a doubt where the enemy team is spawning at any given time, because I knew the game so well. I don't know COD Ghosts that well. I don't. I tried to play as if I did. I tried to just run around and rely on twitch reflexes. It doesn't work in this game. You die a lot in this game if you try and do that. You die very quickly. I got the game early. I mentioned that probably several hundred times at this point. Foxhound, who is a friend of mine who I play just about every day with, he got the game on release night. And while I had already played the game for a few days, he was just experiencing it for the first time. And he was like, you die really fast in this game. I'm like, yeah, you do. And he's like, I feel so I just need to aim everywhere I go. I'm like, yeah, that's actually pretty smart to do that. If you're always at a constant state of readiness while you play this game, you're gonna win a lot of your gunfights, because the time to kill in this game is ridiculous. You die really, really quick, and you kill really, really quick. So if you're constantly at a state of readiness, if you're always aiming when you walk into a building, checking your corners everywhere you go, you're going to do better. It's almost staying in a constant state of awareness. And speaking of awareness, do something with the sound. Because in COD Ghosts, sound is key. Sound is crucial. Sound is king here within this game. They tried really to make a point of reference to make it so that you could hear people and they can hear you, and it's a big sound fest. And that is what I do. You guys may watch my videos. I've gotten comments. I've read them. I giggle at them every time. When people think I'm some kind of superhero. Because I'll just be walking along. We won't even have a Satcom in the air. And all of a sudden, I'll jump, turn around, do a 180, and shoot this guy before he even notices I'm there. It's because I can hear these people. I know where people are at any given time. Here on the map Freight, I could tell you when there's someone running underground. I can hear somebody spawn in across the map and tell you what kind of material he's running on. Be it sheet metal, be it dirt, snow, wood, whatever. You can hear a lot of things in this game, and all it takes is like a $60 headset. And if you've ever wondered, should you buy a Turtle Beach headset, or a Trite headset, or an Astro headset? Now, given personal preference on each kind of headset aside, should you buy a gaming headset in general? Yes. 1, it helps you out in Call of Duty. You can hear things. 2, immersion. That's more than enough reason in my eyes to buy a gaming headset. Is the immersion you get from the game alone. Not just Call of Duty, which Call of Duty is great. The single player campaign with a headset, oh, it's great. You crank it up, you hear everything. But games like Skyrim, I played on the console, now I play it on the PC because fancy graphics, but at the same time I played on the Xbox. And the immersion you get by playing Skyrim with a gaming headset is fantastic. The immersion from games like Borderlands and Red Dead Redemption, or if you're a sports fan like Madden or NCAA football, the immersion you get playing the game with the gaming headset is fantastic. Also, you can hear people in Call of Duty. It's a win-win in that regard. So, yeah, a part of your awareness is to be able to hear people. You know, put the Dead Silence perk on, put the Amplify perk on, hear people. It's 6v6 on these big maps. You're going to hear people if they come within 20 feet of you. That's just how it's going to go. And that's a big part of doing well here in this game. Another part is to know your role. The kill streaks you run are pretty crucial, right? You see in this gameplay, I have the Trinity Rockets and the Battle Hind and the Helo Pilot, right? Pretty high assault streaks. And when I first started playing this game, I thought to myself, I'm a good player. I can do this. I'm going to get these high streaks. And I was never getting these high streaks. I was doing awful. And I broke the code here in that I didn't practice what I preached, which I was telling people, I'm like, you know, run support streaks. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys right now. Run support streaks. Don't make the mistake I did where I just died over and over and over and never got any kill streaks to show for it in any of my games. Until you become the kind of player that can acquire these high assault streaks consistently every game, not just, you know, once every 5 games, but every single game. Don't run assault streaks until you can acquire them. Or if you are going to run assault streaks, run the lower ones, you know, Satcom, Dog, and I don't know, Trinity Rocket. But other than that, I really suggest you guys trying out support streaks, because the support streaks in this game are fantastic. The support Odin streak is, good God, it is so good. That thing, I have a video coming up, that thing clutched a domination match for us. It was so great. But the support streaks in this game are really well. You just kind of have to look at yourself, evaluate yourself as a player and say, am I good enough to get a Helo Pilot this match? Am I good enough to get a Helo Pilot every match? Because kill streaks are worthless if you can't get them. And that's one of the things I had to actually cope with myself. When I first started playing this game, I was about a 1.4 KD player, which for me was awful. That was the lowest it's ever been for me in a Call of Duty game. As it sits right now, I'm probably about 2.1. I went from a 1.4 to 2.1, and I'm improving at the game. I'm learning the game. I'm trying to make this video to help you guys improve your guys' kill to death ratios here within Call of Duty, because some people say, don't play for KD, play for fun, but KD is part of fun. If you have a good kill to death ratio, then you're doing well within the game consistently. If you're doing well in the game consistently, you're gonna have fun, believe it or not. A basic tip I can give you guys is to know your weapon, right? See, for this particular gameplay, I'm using, like I said earlier, I'm using the AK-12 with no attachments, which I definitely don't recommend no attachments. I recommend the grip and the silencer on this gun. But know your weapon, right? There are a lot of things I would do. Like I fell in love with the K7, the submachine gun. I fell in love with it when I first unlocked it and I started playing with it. But the K7's not good on a map like Stonehaven, right? It's not good on a lot of the bigger maps, a lot of the big open maps. I think the other one's called Siege. It's not good. You know, you gotta know your weapon for each game. Now it's gotten to the point now where I'm getting so comfortable with the game that when the map loads up, I know my weapon, I know my opening route, and I can usually do well in just about every game I play because I have everything figured out. Call of Duty has been compared a lot of times, and rightfully so, as like a game of chess. And that's kind of what it is, except it's a different game every single time. You never know where the enemy team's going to be. You can only try to make the prediction of where they're going to be, because these aren't bots with predetermined paths and destinations. These are actual people who want to do whatever they want, and they have the ability and the freedom to do whatever they want. So you get in this game, it's you versus them. Who is going to do better in that particular game? And that's one of the reasons I think I like Call of Duty as much as I do like Call of Duty, is it's like that. And I ran over the gameplay here, but those are my basic tips for you guys. And I almost forgot. Use your teammates. Not as if they were teammates. Don't use them as if they're normal human beings. Use your teammates as unlimited UAV. That is one of the things that I learned right away in Call of Duty, and it works so well. So here within COD Ghost, we have Satcoms. Now, Satcoms are admittedly not nearly as powerful as a UAV, but they can help. Satcoms can help. What's better than a Satcom is the unlimited UAV you get from your teammates. Now, when you see your teammates in a firefight, you know where the enemy's at. Your teammate gets dropped, you know where the enemy's at. Your teammate gets knifed, you know where the enemy's at. Your teammate gets sniped, you know where the enemy's at. Use your teammates. Where your teammates are here's a tip here. Pay attention. Where your teammates are is where the enemy isn't. You know, if you're playing team deathmatch, wherever you see a big group of your teammates someplace, the enemy team isn't right there. They're usually across from them. You know, that is one of the things you can take. You need to use your teammates as UAV. You need to maximize your sound whoring abilities here within COD Ghost. You need to know your weapon and play to the strengths of it. You need to play on the edges of the map. Don't run into the middle. It's not going to help you. You need to use kill streaks that actually help you and the ones that you can acquire consistently game in and game out. And you need to stay aware. You need to be aiming when you walk into a building. You know, aim around. Make sure you're aiming when you walk into the building, unless you know for a fact there's no one there. Make sure you're aiming in that building. Make sure you're checking your corners. You stay aware, learn the game, and take it slow. Take it very slow here in COD Ghost. Some people. I'm a rusher, right? There's the rusher versus camper. Rusher. I can't even speak. Rusher versus camper. There's this whole debate. You know, camping. I'm playing the game smart. Rusher. I'm better than you because I'm moving around the map. There's no real right answer in COD Ghost. You know, rusher or camper. Rusher or camper. Just play the game smart. Just play it smart. Do well. Have fun, and I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Remember to leave a rating, and hopefully you guys can take these tips forward and help improve your game. I get messages all the time, people saying thank you for the help you gave me in Black Ops 2, because I did a series of videos doing just this, where I would try and give tips as to what I know and what's working for me within the game, and hopefully other people can apply it to their game. I got so many messages. I get messages on Xbox of people saying thank you for helping them learn something new and stuff like that. So I definitely like doing this kind of video. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed watching it. Remember to leave a like rating if you enjoyed it. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.
I was banging 7 grand rocks, that's how I roll. I got one game.